when he started playing cricket, did Ravi Ashwin. It was a top order batsman. Story, he was at a cricketing camp, and I believe he got injured as an opening batsman, and he might have been the Indian under-19 team, or under-16 camp, rather, somewhere. And he actually got injured, so he was replaced by Rohit Sharma. So interesting how cricket sort of takes you to different places and injuries.
That's right, isn't it?
And here's Rohit Sharma. He opens the batting in the one-day game, and Ashwin is the primary spinner for India, and of course a very good one with 330 odd wickets to his name. So big challenge for him. Comes from Chennai. Really came into the spotlight with a phenomenal season in the first season of the IPL 2008. For Shane Warne leading the Rajasthan Royals to the championship, but talking about he still likes to play a bit of tennis ball cricket down his lane in Chennai.
Oh, very nice. That's the stuff of dreams, isn't it?
Yeah, he's told an interesting story the other day. I was listening to one of the, was it on a podcast or on video, and where he was playing a lot of tennis ball cricket, and a couple of nights earlier, his Chennai Super Kings, he had to get one run, I believe, of 2 balls, or ended up spooning his catch straight to mid-off, and after that, 2 days later, he was actually playing some cricket down his alley, and a couple of...
This ball is absolutely batted right up in the air, high into the sky, and underneath and taken. So that is the end of a wonderful innings for Harry Nielsen. He departs for an even 100. Virat Kohli gets the wicket and celebrates, and rightfully so. He's worked hard to get some wickets, and as you can probably hear over the effects box, the Indian natives are absolutely loving it here at the SCG. So Nielsen goes for a very well-made 100. He's dug Cricket Australia 11 out of trouble, and developed a really big partnership with Aaron Hardy, and has continued on in this morning's session. So wicket number 8 falls for the Cricket Australia 11. They're 8 for 454, an overall lead of 96. Nielsen makes his way back to move for 100, and Virat Kohli has his first wicket of the innings.
And Virat Kohli celebrated as if he scored the 100 out there, but it's actually Harry Nielsen, and well played to him. Here it is, it's an absolute half-tracker. Kohli's nearly landed that on his own feet, and he's already bemused. He can't believe he's got a wicket with that, and Harry Nielsen gives him a bit of a pat on the back, saying, as if you didn't have enough attention already, Virat, here you go. I wonder if that celebration will be broken during the Test series when he score another ton or two. He was absolutely ecstatic. And look at all his teammates. They know it. A bit of a tap on the shoulder as well. Pat on the back. So Kohli's got a wicket. Can you believe that?
Well, they talk about all the kind of different balls that you bowl in international cricket. Well, that ball right there from Virat Kohli, that's one of your mainstays when you play park cricket. The old half tracker that gets the set, fires the ball in the air, and you pick up a wicket. So
we were talking about Ashwin playing street cricket. I mean, I wonder how many of those balls are dished out in street cricket.
Oh, that'd be disappearing. I think you'd be getting a new tennis ball, Gav. That's for sure. I know the streets are pretty narrow in India, so that might even go to a different province. But Kohli's got a wicket. Let's see if he can get another one. Robbins is the new batsman in, but Fallons is on strike here on 27, and the crowd would really be on their feet if he could get another one. He's back and slapping this one wide of mid-on for 4. There was 2 fielders there. They both looked at each other, and it split them right down the middle. Dan Fallon's showing his aggressive traits. He picks up another boundary. He's dealing in 4s at the moment. He goes to 31 from 46. The lead 100 as well, Gab. India, the Cricket Australia 11 now 8 for 458 in reply to the Indians 358.
Well, if the short ball works for Kohli for a wicket, he decided to try another one. And this one was hammered though by Dan Fallon. So yeah, he's not going to be as lucky as Virat thinks.
And this is a much better ball, short of a length on middle and off stump, and just defended back down the pitch by Dan Fallons. 2 balls left in this over. After that, I'll be jumping out of here, and Max Bryan will be coming back into the commentary position with Gab. He throws this one up and defended with a full face of the bat here, but an important innings by Fallon, showing his all-round capabilities, which we've spoken about before. He's looked Look, it was a little bit troubled against the short ball, but has come back here as he drives a little bit uppishly out to cover, and that will be the end of the over. So Leeds 100, 124 overs gone, Fallon's 31. Robbins yet to score, and the Cricket Australia 11, 8 for 458 in a commanding position here as they look to push on during this first session. I'm going to hand myself over to Max Bryden, who's going to come in here and bring you through the next half an hour or so with the Lead 100.
Thanks, Jack Clifton's a bit of a sort of a charity match feel about it in the last over, as Max is just jumping into the box, but a few short balls that were led to one wicket, then another short ball that led to a boundary, and then a gentle cover drive, a half volley offered by Virat Kohli. There's a bit of a charity feel about that last over, Max.
Yeah, a little bit, Gav. Certainly some charity to Virat getting some wickets with that kind of rubbish. But there's been a change of bowling now, and Vihari comes in, the all-rounder, with Roberts as well. Of course, it doesn't actually matter how you bowl them, Gav, but just the way you take the wickets.
Exactly.
They all count.
10 good balls in an innings.
Geez, the crowd responded well. I think we almost saw a dab in there at some point in the celebration. He did carry on a lot, but it's a fair point. The joke that Ashwin made yesterday in the press conference about trying to show his bowlers how to do it. Receiver Robbins just solid in defence, and that's what he's gone out and done.
I know the cricket.com.au website, I mean, just Virat Kohli's got over 2 million viewers. So imagine the Virat Kohli when the whole of India wakes up, and being a Saturday, might be another 1 or 2 overs away. Kohli in the action again, flinging that throw. But Virat Kohli takes a wicket, and I wonder how many hits are going to be on that. Can you guess? Maybe can we close in about 10 million, maybe?
I'd say, yeah. CA.com team would be absolutely licking their lips. There he is, the skipper, the wicket taker. Don't know if we'll see much of it in the test, as this has been a good start by Vihari, who starts with a maiden. But credit to him, got the breakthrough. Lead now 100. Gav, do you reckon they'll see out the rest of their innings, maybe see if they'll make it through to lunch? It certainly seems like Fallon's is up for a bit of a dash.
Yeah, we've still got about 55 minutes to lunch, so interesting what tactic. They might swing the willow. There is the reaction.
And a great moment, wasn't it, between the two, the wicket taker and the century maker. And there's the carry on.
Yeah, I just want to see if he celebrates this way. If he is back at the SCG in the new year and get 100, I wonder, we might have to just look at that reaction, and if he scores 100 at the SCG, to see which celebration was superior.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's certainly known for usually quite his fierce, serious celebrations. He's got almost the crazy-eyed look in him.
Yeah,
it's a run-scoring machine. That was a little bit different, but I mean, it's a yes from me.
He's an absolute superstar, is Virat Kohli.
Robbins now gets off the strike as that's one pushed into the offside.
I'm just going to see how many Twitter followers Virat Kohli has. What do you think?
I'm not sure. I dare say it'll be multiple million. He's fielding in his follow-through there.
Geez, 27.3 million followers.
So his follower count is almost the population of Australia.
Yeah, indeed. And probably what he's worth as well.
We're talking billions or millions, Gav?
We might be talking, yeah, that's right. Maybe shouldn't be using the word million. Should put a B in there.
That's wide, and that one's going to be 4. So just gets his line wrong this time, Virat. Fallon's continues to find the fence as well. He's up to 36.
Interesting. He actually follows 52 people as well. So Virat Kohli following people. Shane Warne, legendary. Follows the Indian Prime Minister. Kevin Peterson. Ravi Ashwin. Ross Taylor. That's interesting.
Could be an IPL friendship there.
Yeah, possibly. Anushka Sharma, who's he's married to. She's the Bollywood star.
Yeah, decent over that one as well. Just going for 6 runs. And Here we go back again on the Virat celebrations. Just absolute fist pumping. Looks to the sky, showing his teammates how to do it.
There you go. Do we see a
cheering
dab?
them on, and this is great as well. I love that, the kind of the West Indian double-handed high five celebration.
Do we see a dab in here? Come on, Virat, give us the dab. Thinks about it? No, not yet.
Oh.
Maybe he's saving it for the test match when he scores a ton or two. Just a... Maybe just told Ravi Ashwin, see?
All right, Ashwin now back into the attack. So just the 1 over for Vihari. Ashwin now into his 32nd over.
Here comes the Karen ball. I think I've picked this one.
I think you're right, and I think it might be 6 as well. Luke Robbins sends that one into the members' stand, and that's a great shot.
Maybe Luke Robbins has picked it before he's bowled it as well. Got plenty on it, and it hits a short boundary, but he hit that beautifully.
Have a look at this. Used the feet well. He almost cramped himself there, but enough power to get over. Back live now. Some more circumspect defensive prod. But Robbins certainly no mug with the bat. The South Australian.
One position we haven't seen throughout this last 2 or 3 days is someone fielding at short leg or under the lid at silly point.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of short leg this morning against the Quicks.
Yep.
With Umesh Yadav charging in and trying to bounce out Hardy and Nielsen. But you're right, it hasn't really been...
Yeah, none of the spinners, and given there has been a bit of turn on offer, and especially Jadeja bowling into the rough yesterday against Harry Nielsen outside the off stumps. Yeah, and that might be, of course, we've got a big test match coming up, and given how strong the batters are and the shots they play, the last thing you want is for a fielder to take a blow on the body.
Absolutely. Last ball of the over, flutter faster, and just fended forward from Fallon's for a dot. So that lead now 113 from the CA11, 127 overs into this Cricket Australia 11. It's turning into a marathon.
It
Gav,
is.
And you consider...
Ravi Ashwin's brought up his 100 as well.
Yep.
With the ball, he's got figures of 1 for 100.
You consider that Indians batted for 92 overs, Gav, and Cricket Australia 11 have been very vigilant in their resistance.
Ishan Sharma's coming back on.
And I like this, Gav. He was good this morning. We saw Shami and Yadav start with the ball for India. And plenty of short stuff in particular from Yadav. But in the end, it was the more regulation, line and length from Sharma. They've got the job done. Broke 179 run stand between Hardy and Nielsen. So finally got a breakthrough.
And we're going to get a short leg in place. So maybe they're listening to us up here somehow.
Wouldn't be that hard. The stream on the Cricket Network.
And
hope you're enjoying the coverage as well, wherever you are. Got a leg slip, short leg slip in place now. Sharma comes in. Robbins on strike. Beats the outside edge. Gee, that didn't miss off stump by much, did it?
Yeah, it's been very good, Ishan Sharma, this morning. I like what I see, especially test match 6 days away. I don't think he's going to bowl too much in lead up, given the workload management. India is scheduled to fly out to Adelaide sometime tomorrow. We've got Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, so maybe just one really rigorous session. Possibly it is about a couple of days out from the test match, so Tuesday might be the big day. Just looking at the forecast down in Adelaide.
Yeah, meant to be absolutely stinking hot. Tends to be the case when you talk about cricket in Adelaide.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. 34 degrees on the start of day one.
It's a good line and length. And the thick outside edge from Robbins will find the fence. So he gets his second boundary of his short innings, but promising signs for Sharma.
There's the ball.
Make sure you pick up the right one when you go anywhere near the team kit like that.
Yeah, it happened actually at AB Oval. I think I was covering a game up there in the A series, maybe a couple of years, and it was the morning of day 2 or 3, and a lot of the balls were being sort of hit, and they bowled the first over, And then the umpire sort of realised that this is not the ball. So,
oh gosh, you want to make sure, you know, it was at least the right colour. It was a white one or a red one. That's necessitated.
Exactly.
But
and yeah, you're right. Adelaide, 34 degrees on Thursday, 28 and 27 again during the next weekend. Bold start by Ishan. He's got a bit of a smile on his face. You remember the Ishan Sharma with the long flowing hair?
Yeah, well, this is probably the first time Australian crowds would have seen him with this more traditional hairstyle. Gav, if you call it that. He's got another catcher behind the stumps as well. Certainly a man who seemed to grow up in front of our eyes, debuting here. He's a very young man.
Absolutely. He had almost the knack for growing his hair. He talked about a story when he went to a school, and by then he was sort of picked in the under-19 ranks for sort of Delhi cricket, and people started to hear what he was doing, and his name, he was sort of a little bit famous at school given what he was started to achieve. And here he was at the school assembly, and the principal said, okay, we're going to get very strict on hairstyles, so can we get someone up front who is not really fit into the rules? And there was Ishan, 6'2", so could not be missed from anywhere. And he pulled him up and stood him right in front of everyone. And his principal said, well, you cannot have hair like this. So it was slightly embarrassed of Ishan Sharma, but I'll tell you what, he persisted. He said, that's one thing I wanted to do. He was on a under-19 tour to New Zealand, and the coach there basically told him that if you're going to keep your hairstyle, you're going to have to start adding to the kitty. And he said, I'll add to the kitty, no problem, but I'm not cutting my hair. So he's actually married to an Indian basketballer, a national basketballer.
Wow.
Yeah, so sporting genes, certainly. Interesting tale. He was, his brother-in-law had organised, and one of his close friends were in Delhi organising a tournament for basketballers, and Ishan sort of was there, and he sort of looked at this and he said, he'd injured his knee at the time. He said, would you like to help out doing the scoring? And he thought, oh, well, you know, cricket generally in India, the people are scoring, people have sort of retired, and sort of, he looked over the basketball scoreboard, and yep, there's one woman there, and he said, well, okay, basketball's a little bit different to cricket here. So and went on to marry that girl, of course. So always gets asked which sport is tougher, and always has a bit of conversation with his wife. She says basketball's certainly tougher than cricket.
Oh, it's certainly been a tough inning for the Indians as that one runs past the outside edge of Robbins to complete the 128th over. That lead now 117 from the CA11. And this pair added a handful of runs since coming together out there in the middle.
He was actually on his first tour of Australia when he had those long flowing. He was actually the bus driver from The Simpsons, the school bus driver.
Otto, yep.
Yep. So I think he was nicknamed that by a few of the players playing around him. I think some of the Australian players. So his name is Otto, and he's got a very distinctive voice. If you've heard Ishan Sharma speak, it to be very deep like this. So yeah, I think a few of the Virat Kohli's a terrific impersonator of his voice. So a bit of the jokes by the Indian players.
That's a great shot from Fallon, just tucked around the corner, and that'll be another 4. So bit of innovation from this young leg spinner against his counterpart.
Yeah, Ashwin. He actually applied the sweep shot, didn't he, about 2 overs ago, and the deep square leg was sent back. Now he plays the paddle sweep, so the players probably moved across to fine leg. So that's very good cricket by Fallon.
It's brilliant cricket. He's shown a good technique and a good temperament as well. I dare say he's been given a bit of a license at this point in the game. He's all the way up to 40. He's got there in pretty quick time. He was 3 from 18 deliveries, and now he's up 40 from 58. So stepped it up, sweeps again. And this one just be a single with a man who's come a little bit finer. Unless you had to have backward of square.
And this is where, you see that even Ravi Ashwin talked about the difference between himself and Nathan Lyon. And playing the sweep shot against Ravi Ashwin is a lot easier because, he's a lot more, like, with his action, and he gets more side spin rather than that top spin on the ball, which causes it to sort of jump from a length slightly more. And the sweep shot's always a lot risky option against Nathan Lyon, especially in Australian conditions, because you can get the top edge, absolutely, get a bit of glove. But
here's that sweep again.
It's a lovely shot. He just watched it onto his bat so closely.
Back live now.
And that's where Ashwin has to try find a way to, because he will get predictable if he continues to bowl that way. He does have that variety of he's even bowled a bit of leg spin as well. So actually started bowling, when he started bowling as a young man who was actually with, as a leg spinner, and flicked over to bowling off spin.
Certainly look comfortable out there against him at the moment. His figure's now 1 for 105 after 33 overs. And I know that there was a lot of talk this year about his leg spin and potentially going to see that in the IPL after he was debuted in a couple of games. Do you think it'll be something that we see in the Test arena, or is it more of a white ball commodity? I
think it's more of a white ball commodity. I think it's just a variation that he wants to try. I mean, just watching him IPL, I'm not going to go exact stats, but close to about, say, 25%. So 1 out of 4 balls, I think he was bowling a leg spin, or it was even as high as, say, 50% against right-handers, and then he'll bowl off spin when there was the left-handers on strike. So he basically wanted to take the ball away. So he does experiment a lot, thinks about his game a lot. I'm not sure if we'll see him bowling leg spin in the Test matches, but you never know. There could be a rough spot there, or the off spinners, it's not working for him, or there's a different tactic that he wants to employ.
Here's Sharma to Fallon's down the leg side. A couple of catches around the bat pad. 2 slips in there, plenty of width between them.
Can we call him Otto with that haircut? No, we can't. Can we? I think he's got to grow the locks out a bit more.
I dare say, when you're talking about haircuts as well, Fallon's might be up for a nickname with what he's got going on under the lid. And for any of our viewers who would have been watching on Thursday, you would have noticed a very memorable strand or thread or braid coming from the top left hand of his cranium. He's even got a little bit of bleach on the tip as well, which is adding to the mystique. Beaten on the outside edge. And it's interesting, Gav, because this pair, they're going along at a decent clip. Fallon's going on a strike rate of about 66%. Robbins, not bad, 12 off 20, but they